Welcome everyone to Center Stage, the show that spotlights your events in your area. I'm your host, Juhi Desai. Today we'll join the Indo-American Arts Council in New York City and find out more about its flagship event of the year, the New York Indian Film Festival, or Nyiff. IAAC founder and executive director Ms. Arun Shivdasani and film festival director Mr. Asim Chabra will tell us everything we need to know about this special film festival, now in its 12th year. So what are we waiting for? Let's go.
May 23rd to 27th this year is the 12th annual New York Indian Film Festival. It used to be called the MIAC, before that the IAC, but now it's the Nyiff, the New York Indian Film Festival, and we're here to stay. We changed from November to May, so a lot of people get very confused and keep wanting to send us films for November. We're here and it's next month, so really pay attention. We've got 5 packed days, starting at our opening night at the Paris Theatre, ending with the closing night at the Skirball. In between all the films, all premiere films, are at the Tribeca cinemas. We have several brilliant screenings followed by post-screening discussions. We've got a highlight centerpiece, which is a tribute to Devanand. We've got a retrospective by Shyam Benegal. We've got a children's afternoon. We've got all sorts of wonderful things. And Asim here is going to tell us all about the wonderful films we have.
Well, thank you, Arun. So let's just start to talk about the opening night film. Chittagong is a brand new film made by a first-time filmmaker. He actually lives in California. Beda Payne, his name is, who used to be actually a scientist and has taken up filmmaking. But he and his wife had together made a film called Ammu, so which we screened. So filmmaking has been a part of his life. Chittagong is this amazing, very moving, very rousing kind of a story about the Chittagong Armory raid during the pre-independence story, told from a child's perspective. And it has Manoj Bajpayee and a whole range of actors, beautifully made. So definitely, you know, that's the film not to be missed. It's a New York premiere. And it would have played only at one festival before. This has not been released anywhere yet.
What about our closing night film?
Well, the closing night film we cannot talk about yet. But it's closing night film it's a very, very special film made by a very well-known young Indian filmmaker. That's all I'll say. It is going to one major film festival, I think, and then it comes to our festival. And we cannot announce it yet for reasons we will let people know later. But it is a much awaited film in India, and here people who follow the independent film cinemas in India, they've been waiting for this film, and we are very, very pleased to have it.
Well, actually, while we have the closing night, on the same night, we also have an amazing award ceremony. We give out 7 awards, starting from Best Short, Doc, Screenplay, actor, actress, director, and best feature film. And this year we've added an audience award film that one of our sponsors, audience award, it's an audience
best
award.
Audience, yes.
Best film. What is it called?
Best it'll be called the audience award.
Yeah, well, we've never had it before. That's why I'm all confused on that. But tell us about the retrospective.
Well, so we're doing a small retrospective, a tribute to Shyam Benegal. Now, Mr. Benegal, of course, has been making films since the early 70s and he's made countless number of films, like at least 30, 40 films he's probably made. We picked 3 films for a specific reason. Mammo, Sardari Begum and Zubeda. Sardari Begum and Mammo have really not been shown in this country, other than they've been available on DVD perhaps. Zubeda was released here many years ago, but there's a continuity to the story. All 3 films were written, the scripts were written by a very well-known film critic and journalist in India, Khalid Muhammad. And these are actually Khalid Muhammad's own life stories. Mammo was his grand aunt. Zubeda was his mother, who left him with his grandmother, and the grand aunt and grandmother raised him. So they're autobiographical stories. Sardari Begum with his aunt.
Do we know why Shyam actually filmed these 3?
Well, they're just very remarkable, very beautiful stories, very touching stories, all told from a young boy or an older man's point of view as he revisits his wife, a mother that he barely knew, grandparents who raised him, a wonderful aunt. Mammo is a delicious story with Farida Jalal, who's a aunt who actually lives in Pakistan, and she keeps coming. She used to keep coming to India, and every time her visa would expire, they would deport her, and then she would suddenly turn up in India again. It's a delightful film, really.
And we've got this tribute to Devanand, the late
Well,
Devanand.
that is really something we were really looking forward to, because this Devanand acted in a film called Hum Dono, which everybody knows about. It's a classic film from 1961, black and white film with Nanda and Sadhna. And last year, a colorized version of Hum Dono was released in India. And it was really very well appreciated, not just by people who've known Devanand, that they knew the film in 1960s. It's got, you know, amazing songs, Amina Jao Chodkar and so many other songs. But there's a whole generation of younger people who probably were not attracted to black and white films, and they saw this colorized version and they completely fell in love with, you know, that film. That film had not come to the US yet. So we are very, very proud to be showing it, and unfortunately Devanand just passed away a few months ago, so it is our sort of you know, homage to him, also a tribute to him.
And in fact, at the opening night gala, a young emerging songstress, Devika Bhise, will do a medley of songs to the late Shami Kapoor and the late Devanand. So that sort of is our tribute to them for that.
Yeah.
But we've got two more exciting things. We've got the Children's Afternoon and that secret film on Saturday night. You have to tell
we have a lot of other exciting things also. The Children Afternoon I'll talk about first. We're showing a film called Gattu, which has been produced by the Children's Film Society in India and directed by Rajan Khosa. A beautiful film about a little boy. It's set in Roorkee, who wants to fly kites. And the film had its world premiere just recently at the Berlin Film Festival, where it got a special jury mention. And I saw it there and really loved it. It's a delightful film.
अगर मेरे माँ बाप होते तो क्या मुझे स्कूल में पढ़ाते? ये पढ़ नहीं रही, कुछ और ही करने आया है। सच सच बता, कौन है तू?
And then we have another film which is more sort of not children's but a more teenage-oriented film, which is called Bubblegum. It's about growing up as teens in the 70s in Jamshedpur, before the time of Facebook and, you know, internet and everything else.
देखा, जनाब इश्क फरमा रहे हैं। तन कह रहा था कि तुम उसकी चीफ हो।
I don't like this girlfriend boyfriend का चक्कर। तेरा first love letter है।
ये देखो, ये I for I, ये L for love, और ये U, I love you.
अच्छा तरीका है पब्लिक में प्राइवेट बात बोलने का।
हॉटलाइन है हॉटलाइन।
What about that friendship?
Well, there's another
That's
film.
also a teen one,
yes, we have another film which is a very Bollywood film. It's called Mujhse Friendship Karoge. Again, both Bubblegum and Mujhse Friendship Karoge. You know, none of these films are released here. Mujhse Friendship Karoge is a really delightful youth-focused film done with a very Bollywood flavor, with Facebook as the main sort of catalyst that sort of gets the story going, really. So it's a very Facebook generation film. Lovely, young, completely unknown actors, but very fresh and very charming and delightful. And so if you like Bollywood, you will like this new phase of Bollywood as such. That's
But we have, what about the two South African films
we have? Two South African films, one by Junaid Ahmed, which is a story about Africans who wanted to become soccer players, and then a film called Lucky about an Indian woman who befriends South African boy. Both we are very proud of. You mentioned earlier this another secrets film,
Yeah.
which again, it's a secret film. We can't tell you what it is going to be about, but it's the first time feature by a young filmmaker, but it won some major awards at a film festival recently. So it's a sneak preview. They're giving us the film, and we're very, very thrilled about it. And it's going to be in our schedule, and it's going to be on Saturday, the 26th.
Saturday night, the 26th. Yeah.
But Arun, we have a whole range of other films which are also
What about the Oscar winner?
Yes, we have the Oscar winner. So we have many, many award-winning films. Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, Pakistani documentary filmmaker's film Saving Face, became the first Pakistani film, and she's the first Pakistani to win an Oscar this year. So we're going to be showing that, as well as another documentary by her called Transgenders, The Open Secret of Pakistan. Both are very, very powerful films. So we're going to make an afternoon of Sharmeen's
In fact, when I
films.
saw that one, the transgenders, I noticed, I thought the Pakistani transgenders are better dressed than the Indian ones. I don't know, they looked quite well dressed. I didn't even realize they were transgenders.
So no, they're very strong films. But we have a number of other award-winning films. We have a documentary called Kumare, which won the Best Audience Award at the South by Southwest Festival last year. It's a New York-based filmmaker, Vikram Gandhi, who's directed and acted in it also. Fascinating story, really, about a guru and how he's sort of a man who is not a guru and how he becomes a guru over a period of time.
I definitely believe that at any given time on the earth, there are at least one, if not a couple of, prophets.
I sensed a presence, like a really gentle, wonderful, whispering presence.
I have this image in my head of what this perfect, simple man is like, because that's the kind of person that I want to be.
I don't even think we really had to tell him what was wrong and what we needed to change. I think he already knew.
I can say that my life has changed, and when I'll look back on that point in time, I'll know that it was because of my relationship with Kumare.
What about the Marathi films we've got?
Yes, so then we have another award-winning film from a Marathi film. It's called Shala. Directed by, again, a first-time filmmaker, Sujay Dhake. It won the National Award for the Best Marathi Film this year, as well as the Best Screenplay. We have an amazing Tamil film called Adukalam, which won the National Award for the Best Director, and Dhanush, the hot actor who was in the Kolavari D song, won the Best Actor Award in it. So it's
What about the Bengali ones we've got?
Yes, and we got Abu Sheshe,
Sheshe,
which has also won a National Award for the Best Female Singer.
So we've got languages, we've got different countries, diaspora films.
Yes, we got the diaspora film also, and I think what's remarkable is a lot of the films we've selected this year, they haven't come to New York because we only do New York premieres, but they've been recognized at other festivals or have won awards at the national awards level. And I think we're very pleased with this. It's a wonderful
program. I mean,
Asim's
done a great job of the curating. We really have amazing films. So to check them out, www.iaac.us, May 23rd to 27th. Don't miss it, because tickets go very fast and we normally have lines of people for waitlists. So just buy your tickets ASAP.
It's time for a short break, but keep it locked to Center Stage because we've got more of the 12th Annual New York Indian Film Festival when we return.